Hello, this is Tony from Kate's Crafted Closet with another card video for you today. This is a really fun Halloween card, like inside of our card. So who doesn't love googly eyes, right? Googly eyes. So let's go ahead and get ourselves started. So I'm just created a standard A2 size card. This is going to be a top folding card, so that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We'll go ahead and put that to the side. The stamp set that I use today is called I See You from Fun Stamper's Journey, and I just went ahead and used my We Are Memory Keepers platform, and I used some VersaFine black onyx ink to stamp our fun background that we are going to use in today's video. So here we go. Here is the stamp image that I already have for you. And so I'm going to tell you what I went ahead and used. Like, we have 2 of them just in case that we need one. I always stamp more than one. So I have a little bit of temporary adhesive on there just to keep it in place in my platform. So I take the opportunity at this time of year to go ahead and use some of the Copic markers that you probably don't use in your stash very often, and that's your fluorescent colors. So this is the FV2, and then we have the FYG2, fluorescent dull violet, and this is a fluorescent dull yellow green. So basically I'm just going to go ahead and just randomly color these eyeballs. Like, you can choose which ones you want to color, which ones you don't want to color. I didn't color all of them because that's just overkill for me. A little bit goes a long way. So that is our green. Love these colors, they're just so crazy. And this is our purple, and we're just going to, I'm not doing any shading or anything like that. I don't feel I need it because it's just awesome the way it looks. So just have fun coloring in the images. You can go as slow as you want. If you want to add shading, you can. If you have your favorite color combination that you want to use, you most certainly can do that as well. It just all depends on kind of what you want to do with your image. So here I have one already colored in for the most part, and I went ahead and used this stitch frame rectangle A2 size card from My Favorite Things, and went ahead and die cut that out after I went ahead and finished coloring that. And then after that is all said and done, you can add stickles or anything you want here, but for today I'm using these Nouveau crystal drops, and this one is called White Blizzard, and I basically just went on randomly, and you don't have to make these dimensional, because just remember, Nouveau drops are definitely, you can make them dimensional drops and embellishments, but just remember you can also use them. So I just put them on there, and I spread it out with my finger, and it dries pretty simple quickly, because once it's flattened, there's not a whole lot of that you need to have going on. So with that being said, I went ahead and for the sentiment strip, these are the Tailored Expression mini strips. This is the Halloween set and the coordinating die. I just went ahead and stamped them out on different colored cardstock. Like, I had orange, I had white, I did black. So kind of like I just did a whole bunch of different strips so I could have them to use later on different projects. These are also great for planners. These are great for art journaling. These are great for mini albums or anything that pictures, like anything you want to use these for. These little sentiment strips work out absolutely amazing. So I have just going to grab any one of these little strips that you have. Like, so today this one is From Your Ghoul Friend, so I'm going to put that on there, and I'm just going to grab some art glitter glue. Actually, let's use Happy Halloween. Let's use Happy Halloween instead. There's a whole bunch of them in there, so you can choose and pick what you want. I just did black, and this is heat embossed with some white embossing powder, and I'm just going to go ahead and add liquid adhesive to this, And this liquid adhesive, it's always drying out on me on the inside, no matter what I try to do. But it's okay. We can always just clear it out, clean it out. And I'm just putting the strip on now because once we add our googly eyes, it'll have a little bit of dimension on it as well. So, and I'm going to put the foam squares on the back now as well too. That way it just makes it's harder once the googly eyes on there. You turn them over, it can be a little bit of wobbliness going on, and I'm just trying to eliminate all of the extra work and frustration. It's like this glue will eventually come out. There we go. Now we're cooking with grease. Alright, so you can use a T-square ruler to line this up if you want to. I'm just going to do my best and eyeball it. How you get it? Eyeball it on the eyeballs. Yeah, that's a little pun. I know. Cheesy, but yet fun. So we're going to go ahead and grab some of our foam squares. I'll remember all the products that I use in today's video will be listed in the description box below. Some are actually affiliate links and some are not, which means I get a small commission if you purchase through those links. That helps support this channel where I can buy additional products to showcase and use. And also check out my social media pages. Facebook Lives I join every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in my Facebook group where we do a lot of playing with supplies, trying out new things, testing out new techniques, just having a fun time and talking to one another and engaging. So if that kind of interests you, make sure you go ahead and join Kate's Crafty Closet. So now that we have that piece done, we're going to go in with some googly eyes. So I know I want to grab at least 2 big ones, like really big ones. You can use whatever size you have, whatever size you want. I'm just going to grab a few medium ones, and I probably do have some smaller ones in here. So I'm just going to grab them, and we'll put on there randomly what we want to use and all of that. So let's just go ahead. I know I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put it on the actual paper as opposed to the eyeball because I already know where they're going to go. So I'm just going to pick them up. You can put double-sided tape on your eyeball if you want. Completely up to you. I'm just using the art glitter glue because it dries rather quickly. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the next size. I'm going to pick 3 spots to put those in, and then we're just going to grab them. I love the googly eyes. Like, to me, it's like such an interactive component and such an easy interactive component for any kind of card or project. So next thing I'm going to do is going to randomly choose the smaller size ones as well. And it's like, just, you can put them wherever you want to, completely 100% up to you. There is no rule of thumb for this. So it's completely up to you. Like, you can use a jewel picker if you have one to grab these. But they tend to tend to stick to your finger rather easily. Now remember where I had the other one, and that basically completes the card. It's like, it doesn't really take a long time. That completes the card front. So the next thing I want to go ahead and do is let's that kind of dry a little bit while we wait. I had this purple cardstock sitting somewhere, and I guess I've probably been sitting on this for a little bit longer than I should, because what it had done is, like, if you can tell, it kind of faded out on one side, which I'm not concerned about with this Halloween card, because it kind of adds to that Halloween ghoulish allure. So I'm totally 100% okay. So I felt like, okay, this is a perfect opportunity to use a piece of cardstock that maybe would sit there even longer and never get used. So here I am. I'm breathing new life into this cardstock, even though it had tended to fade a little bit. So I'm just going to use it to my advantage. Halloween is a perfect opportunity to just have fun with it. And I do not typically 100% worry about stuff lining up because I'm horrible at that. So then this is a Gina Marie scalloped stitch rectangle die. This is a little bit smaller than the one I have here, but I do have one that's a step up. So I went ahead and die cut that out of some Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock. And I'm just, so we can have a little bit dimension on the inside, and the fact that we can write on it in the purple halo in the background. So totally, completely, 100% love that. And this is going to basically go on top. But as I'm sitting here looking at this earlier, when I made the first one, I'm like, I need something to make that pop. So I'm like, what can I do? Like, I was going to put this on there. I'm just like, nah, not 100% loving that concept. So my thought process was, let's create our own border. So let's go ahead and grab just a little piece of paper here. And we're going to go back to that Copic marker. We're going to go back to that FV2, the fluorescent dull violet. And we're going to make our own little border. So basically, I'm just going to line this up. And I'm just going to go down the side of that cardstock. If you need to go back and add another additional line, you can. Just remember that the more you go over it, it's going to be, it's going to change the color a little bit. So when you layer additional colors on it. So I try to get it done in one swoop, and if it doesn't work out that way, it's okay. It's the Copic police are not going to come get you. I promise you. And then I'm going to do the last one. Okay. And then we'll grab this. I missed a little bit right there. Totally 100% okay. Let's line that up and see if, make sure that we have that fully covered. And check it out. So here we have created our own basically colored cardstock for the background. It's looking like I've got to do a little bit up here in this corner, and I'll do that. And because this is that Nina 110-pound version, the bleeding through is going to be very minimum, if anything. If you can tell, like the edges is just because that is a little bit over, but that's okay. There we go. So that basically completes our card for today. I want to thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, by all means, go ahead and ask me in the comments below. Love hearing from you all. And like I said, check out the social media platforms out there where I post things. Join the group if you like do interactive and you like to engage and ask questions and talk to other crafters. Basically, we're like a big, huge, happy family over there. We've been doing it for over 3 years, so I'm loving it, and we'll continue to do it. So thank you again, and y'all have a crafty day, y'all.